Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the center of the universe, Brantford, Ontario. We're about to face off here. I'm Morgan Matthews.
I'm Ken Reed. Psyched. Ready to be here. Ready to rock.
Here for Gretzky.com, and it's a big game coming up, isn't it?
Huge game. You know what? 4th annual Walter Gretzky Street Hockey Tournament. We got Kevin Smith and his buddies out there. They're set to take on some more of his friends, but you know what? When it's out on there, it's all business. I mean, this could rival last night's Game 4. I mean, some awesome playoff beards out there we may see, too.
There are some big beards, beards, mullets. Saw a couple of them, guys getting onto the surface, getting a warm-up in. This is a huge game.
Yeah, there's one guy out there who's been growing a beard since the 1976 Avco Cup semifinals, so I'm going to be interested to see how he plays with that. So you know what? It's going to be lighthearted. We're going to try to have a lot of fun, so it should be an interesting afternoon.
Fantastic. All right, guys. We're going to get games underway here. We're going to cut to something else. I think we got Stephanie. She's going to try to get some interviews, rinkside as well, which would be great. Get some of the action, the blow-by-blow down there. Here on Gretzky.com.
How are you guys playing today? I heard you guys are 2-0.
We're 2-0, which means we're playing well.
Exactly. It does mean you're playing well. So what are the odds of you guys getting 3-0?
I don't know. What are the odds makers saying, Walt in Vegas?
4-1 odds?
If we can take that little guy out, that little pasta guy, that little Primavera dude.
All right, so is that going to be your job? Are you assigning yourself to taking him out?
Yeah, I've taken on that mission, and I'm not going to let these guys down.
Excellent. And how are you playing specifically today? Let's boast a little.
Today?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, who's that? Who?
Throwing around the Conn Smythe label for this guy.
Oh my gosh, that's
Walter
big
Gretzky
talk.
himself, right? I think Walter. I didn't hear him firsthand. I heard it like 26-10 that Walter Gretzky thinks I could be named MVP of this.
You didn't start the rumor. Walter started it for you. So there you go.
Okay, yeah, I'll start it.
Very
and you
good.
perpetuate it.
All right. Well,
That's
thanks
what the
very
media
much.
does.
I
Come back.
think we're going to wish you good luck, and I'm going to run away.
Thank you. See you later.
All right. We'll see ya.
All right, Steph, thanks very much. Ken Reed here along with Morgan Matthews at the 4th annual Walter Gretzky Street Hockey Tournament. We have Puck U in white and the Funployees in purple. Talk about intensity. That was Bryan Johnson from Puck U, not to be confused with Bryan Johnson from AC/DC. Easy to tell them apart because one has a beard and the other one doesn't, quite frankly.
And that is a serious beard. I mean, let's be honest. I got to wonder if that's going to affect his style of play. Do his hands get caught in the beard? Does his butt end get caught in the beard? We're not sure.
And the mere sweat factor, because it's a beautiful day here in Brantford. Fantastic weather. Kevin Smith, he's the goaltender for Puck U, takes up a lot of the net.
He does. You know, he's already off to a good start. I saw him in the warm-up. He's got a unique style. Most players go in butterfly. Kevin's got a unique style all his own.
You know what? This is a pretty large floor. There we go, already up and into the crowd. Large floor, a lot of area to cover. So we're going to have a lot of fun here this afternoon, hopefully. And Puck U controls, that's Mosier back into the point. Kind of get into the play-by-play spirit here, right? We'll up the intensity, we'll get into the play-by-play.
Absolutely.
Things like that, it's not all about joking, because you know what? When things get going, guys trying to take it a little seriously. The Funployees with control at center ice. That's Primavera as he moves in. Kevin Smith in the net. Primavera takes the quick shot pass in front. Kevin Smith just misses getting a piece of that one. First good chance of the game for the Funployees. Looks like Puck U could have a chance to clear this. Look at the speed on Primavera. 41, he has to be one of the better conditioned players out here, and we all know that really matters in street hockey.
It absolutely does, but I'll tell you, he's on the treadmill every morning before he comes to the pad, and one of his teammates told me he takes this very seriously.
Yeah, they had an 11 o'clock curfew last night. He was in bed by 6:30, right after Wheel of Fortune. So
absolutely.
He didn't take any time off, and there he is already back into the play. Primavera moving it up through the neutral zone across the Puck U blue line. Primavera, great move. He's got Lance in front. Primavera still with it. Runs out of room as Kevin Smith cuts down the angle. Primavera throws it in front all the way back to a wide open point, and Puck U will take over. Quick little move in the neutral zone by Puck U's Ming Chen as he takes it in deep. Chen with a chance. He busts it. Quick shot. Big time save by Bill Stranahan, not to be confused with Hammerhand from Slapshot.
Yeah, Hammerhand, serious goalie, got upset there when, they called him names, and I think Reg really got under his skin.
Well, Reg went to the area you don't go. He went to Hammerhand's wife, and that can only spell trouble. No! Quickly! And Primavera, the well-conditioned member of the Funployees, off the crossbar, off the back of Kevin Smith, and across the blue line for a 1-0 lead.
That conditioning right there, as you mentioned earlier, it's paying off.
Yeah, the cardio always pays off in the first minute or two of the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Funployees control off the face-off. Did they whistle him down for too many men? That would be controversial this early on in the game.
That would be.
Yeah, referee's going to take control here. Puck U back at center ice. A couple of members of, I believe that's the Youngbloods walking through our shot.
Yep.
Mike Flanagan.
Whoa!
Walter Flanagan, that is. A rather strange and Unorthodox play. Did he just score a goal? Or is there a penalty shot? I think yes. It's been confirmed by our forces, I think, that the Funployees may have been called for too many men on the ice.
I think that's what's going on here.
And it looks like it's Walter Flanagan moving in. Walter Flanagan with the penalty shot. He's got a lot of room on the blocker side, methinks. Walter Flanagan high, but a great save by Bill Stranahan as that one deflects up and into the crowd. You had to love the speed what with Walter Flanagan waltzed in on that penalty shot with.
He really does have a lot of speed. I mean, not as fast as some of the other players we've seen here so far, but speed is one of his major weapons in the arsenal.
Speaking of weapons, Puck U on the attack. Quick shot, Stranahan just gets a piece of that. I have to like his unorthodox Johnny Bauer stand-up style.
I really like it, and the cargo pants also do it for me.
Cargo pants can go a long way in a game of street hockey.
Sure do.
Puck U on the attack now in the Funployee zone. Wide open in front. Stranahan gets a piece of it. Scramble in front. Stranahan keeps it out. A sprawling Stranahan. That shot doesn't make its way to the net as they continue to fight for the puck. It's Flanagan alone in front. Flanagan the shot. Stranahan with a big-time save as he gets his left pad on it. Puck U all over the Funployees. Once again, another chance in the slot for Puck U. Stranahan, he's like a rock back there.
He is. I mean, again, another athlete out there that really takes this seriously. You can tell. People may have thought that warm-up was unorthodox, but I'll tell you, he is a calculated killer when it comes to making glove saves.
And he just had a great hand there by his goalpost. He got a piece of that one.
Everything counts.
All right, the Funployees take over. Tim Lefebvre on the far side. He's just going to dump it in. Bryan Johnson, once again, not to be confused with the lead singer of AC/DC, also Bryan Johnson. This Bryan Johnson with a much fluffier beard. Deep in his own zone for Puck U. He's just going to go up against the wall, sends it into center ice. Puck U continues to dominate this game, yet they're down on the score sheet 1-0.
They really are. And, we're seeing this beard come into play here for the first time. You can see it's obviously slowing him up. He's still in his own zone. He's just crossed over the blue line. I got to think fatigue is going to set in here early.
There's Stranahan again with a great save. A couple of players here for Puck U with no uniform numbers, so I think we're just going to refer to them as Mr. and Mr. X for the rest of the game. Here's Mr. X right now with a chance. Mr. X checked off the puck nicely by the Fun players, number 38, Jeff Horton. Horton takes it into the Puck U zone. Horton throws it in front, scramble for that one, and I believe that's Mr. X with the ball.
That's Mr. X. You can see he's quite mobile. Again, doesn't like to headman that pass, but he's got a breakaway in the slot.
Mr. X whistled down to the offside. A floating blue line here at the 4th annual Walter Gretzky Street Hockey Tournament. Once again, we see way behind the play, number 67, Bryan Johnson. You mentioned the cardio could be a factor. I think he's going to be okay. He's playing defense. He's yet to cross his own blue line.
It's, it's a different style of play, sort of a stay-at-home defenseman, if you will. I like his style. He's obviously solid. He's not going to let guys get in Kevin's crease, that sort of thing. So, he's got an advantage. But again, we got to wonder if the temperature here, warm day again, center of the universe, Brantford, Ontario, if this is going to play a major role in Johnson's ability to keep this level of play going.
And if you just noticed, yes, there's no icing here as Bryan Johnson played a nice dump in all the way from his own blue line. Puck U once again on the attack in the Funployees zone. Mr. X throws it into the corner. He's going up against Jeff Horton. Jeff Horton battling Mr. X for this puck deep in his own zone. Jeff Horton of the Funployees comes out with it, sends it cross ice up and into the middle. Here's a rush for Chris Finos. Chris Finos cut off the puck. Bryan Johnson back to take it for Puck U. Johnson with plenty of time behind his old goaltender, Kevin Smith. Johnson, smart player.
Amazing.
Bang it off the boards.
Johnson knows. It's similar to a Chris Pronger.
Oh! Look at that. Mr. X right out of nowhere.
And look where it started. It all started with Johnson with that heads-up play off the boards, getting that ball up there to the open man, and boom, he's making things happen.
Bryan Johnson, old school hockey player, could have took the risky play up the middle, decided to go off the wall. It paid off. This game is now tied at 1.
Unbelievable action. Just unbelievable action.
Here's another man with a beard. That is Mosier for Puck U. Nice beard, much shorter than the beard we've seen on Bryan Johnson.
Mosier's beard is well trimmed. Well trimmed. He obviously, takes care of himself. Knows what's up.
Evidently, he does. All right, Puck U with more pressure. Quick shot on Stranahan. Makes the save. Rebound.
Wow.
Nobody is there. Reg Johnson battling for it for the Funployees. It's Mosier. He takes the shot. Deflects off his own teammate. Mosier on it again. And here, once again, the cardio of Mr. Primavera comes up in over the line. That kid has got some moves.
Unbelievable wheels on that kid. You gotta wonder if there's some scouts here today picking them out, you know, maybe putting together some type of an all-star team or something. I don't know.
Well, Primavera comes up with the ball once again, takes his time going up the floor, passes it off for Richard Lance. Richard Lance, the big windup. That is blocked by Jackman. Jackman, a madman as he goes after that puck. Quick shot, short side, up and over Kevin Smith. Primavera throws it back to the line. No one is there, and it's Ming Chen who takes it. Ming Chen, by the way, wearing, I believe, what are some nice catcher's gear shin pads.
They look like they might be. You know what? We're going to have to try to get a close-up on them. They may be those new Milek street hockey shin guards, which so many players wear. That's a quick snipe.
Hey, there's Shane Mosier going quick short side on Stranahan. 2-1 for Puck U. We're going to send it back over to Steph.
All right, I think we're live. So I'm here with Jeff Horton. And how are you guys playing so far?
Well, I think we started out really well, put a lot of pressure on them and managed to score early. But I think we just need to keep the pressure on, make sure that we can, you know, at least try and keep it close.
All right, I hear the puck you guys throwing around a little bit of smack talk. Do you guys have any to throw back at them?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I never got involved in any of this smack talk, but I just try and play, just trying to have a good time out there. So.
Right on. And how are you guys predicting the game will end today?
Well, I'm hoping we'll win. I'm hoping we'll win. I know it's going to be close no matter what, though. Whether we win or lose, it's only going to be probably decided by 1 or 2 goals. So.
How are you enjoying the whole ball hockey tournament this weekend, anyway?
It's been a blast so far. Having a great time. It's a little warm, but that's fine. I mean, at least it didn't rain on us.
Exactly. Nice weather. All right. Well, thanks very much. We'll throw it back up to the guys upstairs.
All right, lots of smack talk going on out there, which I can't believe in a ball hockey game between Kevin Smith and friends, because Kevin Smith, his movies, we all know they never get blue. Sarcasm noted, Kevin Smith, very entertaining Hollywood director. He's in nets for Puck U. May get challenged right now, but once again, Mr. X, no name, no number on his shirt, back to break up that play.
Making it happen, making it happen. You know, a lot of guys here. Oh, very aggressive play there by Smith. I like the poke check. He came out, cut down the angle, knew what was happening.
Just like the China wall, Johnny Bauer, the master of the poke check, we see Kevin Smith out, well out of the blue paint, as they say, even though there's no blue paint down there. We're still going to say that here at the Walter Gretzky Street Hockey Tournament.
I like it, I like it. There is some blue paint inside the net, so I think that goes.
So he was still well out of the blue paint technically then.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, good to see. Oh, here's Primavera again, the well-conditioned Nick Primavera. Takes it, throws it into the slot for Lefebvre, and Bryan Johnson just banging away as they head into the corner.
Johnson throwing the weight around. He's known for being a stay-at-home defenseman. Yeah. He really took it to him there. I do not agree with that call. That's good ball hockey right there.
You know what? It's the new rules.
Okay.
Back in the old Walter Gretzky Street Hockey Tournament days, they may have let that go, but not in the new rules. So now we're going to have a penalty shot. You have to wonder if Lefebvre is going to take it or if he is going to give way. It looks like he's going to give way to Nick Primavera. Nick Primavera.
Will he use his speed?
One-on-one against Kevin Smith. Primavera not using his speed as he gingerly crosses the blue line. Smith deep in his crease. Primavera takes it in. Quick shot. Big-time save, Kevin Smith.
Obviously, Smith had watched the game tape of Primavera, knew what was going to happen. The rest of the game, he's going hard to the net, gets the opportunity going alone, changes it up a little.
Probably could have helped, too, that they probably also traveled to this tournament together. So Smith probably very familiar with the stylings of one Nick Primavera.
I think you're right.
Surprised Lefebvre didn't take that penalty shot, but he may have been exhausted after going one-on-one with the great bearded Bryan Johnson.
You know what? Johnson is a tough guy. He just works you and works you, winning those little battles in along the boards, tires you right out.
Absolutely.
I don't blame him for not taking that shot.
I don't blame the kid at all. Dan Shea sends it up to center ice, and there's a cheer coming from the fan section here. Not quite sure what they're saying along the lines of Rudy. May have been let Boomer hit somebody. There's a young man by the name of Boomer Phillips who was basically, I think, stalking Hollywood director Kevin Smith, trying to get a role in one of his movies.
You know what? I was speaking to some of Kevin's security members of his security entourage, and they did say they had to, maybe hold Boomer back a little bit from talking directly to the Hollywood personality.
You know what? I'll admit I may be somewhat biased as I am on Boomer's team and I am sporting his T-shirt, but as a journalist, for this game, I'm going to remain objective.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, here's a shift by Katie Morgan, seeing her first action of the day as Puck U's going with a rather short bench. Morgan gets her first shift of the game.
Yeah. The shifts here, I got to say, have been long. Johnson double shifting there. I don't know what was going on, but it's good to see finally Morgan's out there on the surface, and we've got a lot of the players wearing the sunglasses. Do you think that's a factor at all?
It's a good look. In my game this morning, I also went with a pair of sunglasses.
Yes.
I lent my Elvis shades to a guy on my team, and he ruined them within the first minute. So wearing your sunglasses, it can be controversial. But on a day like this, beautiful sunny day here in Brantford, Ontario, you have to let it go. Scott Mosier with a lot of hustle as he gets deep into the Funployees zone. Doing the one-handed thing. You look like kind of a soccer player there. You're still going with the one hand.
He did. Again, Mosier with that finely tuned beard. He sniped one earlier. I've got my money on him to get another goal.
Katie Morgan with a great chance in the slot, but she couldn't get good wood on it as she fans out. It goes just wide. Jackman back above the floating blue line, takes the shot. An absolute howitzer wide of the net. Stranahan with a quick save on the rebound.
You know, I got to say, Jackman just looking fantastic out there with those mirrored shades. One lens, not the two-piece shades we've seen. Oh!
Scotty Mosier from the slot just wide of the net. Funployees, good break from them. The crowd encouraging Katie Morgan to go after that puck as we see Lynch fan on it in his own zone with absolutely no pressure. You don't see that a lot in the hockey world.
You know what? You really don't. I think Lynch heard the footsteps of Katie Morgan coming in on him hard. Got worried.
Here comes Mosier again. Mosier, quick shot, Stranahan. With that stand-up style, takes it right in the pads.
Again, I think those they're actually khaki shorts, playing a major role in distracting the shooters here today.
I think it is. All the way back into the puck U zone. That's Jackman with it. Plenty of time. And Jim Jackman just sends it into the middle where it is finally picked off by the Funployees. Rich Lance with it. He loses it at the line, and I believe that's Mr. X again, supported by Katie Morgan. Jefferson with it now. Robinson, pardon me, for the Funployees. Battle along the boards with Katie Morgan.
Robinson's working it hard. He's working it hard in there, getting deep, winning those battles.
And here's Mr. Cardio with it. Nick Primavera takes the shot. Well played by Jackman. Jackman's bright red gloves may have distracted Primavera.
I think it did. I mean, Primavera, again, as we've been saying in this broadcast, fantastic athlete, well-conditioned. Not a lot of things going to phase that kid, but obviously those red gloves that Jackman's did.
I'm not sure if Jackman's gloves are a hunter's orange. I can't really tell from the tint of my sunglasses, but I'm going to go with that. And here is Mosier on the breakaway. Pardon me, the break. Primavera back once again. Primavera and Mosier getting a little physical in the corner. Funployees, there's Morgan. Quick shot, well wide of the net and slow. Nick Primavera behind his own net. Quick play up the middle. That was that cherry picking right there?
It might have been. You know, we're going to see a little bit of that, I think, as the game goes on, as players tire and look to try to, get some type of offense going here.
I've noticed with their long bench puck use still deciding to go with the 5-minute shifts. There's a quick shot. Shoots and scores. Scott Mosier.
Now, I don't want to say I told you so, but again, that beard coming into play, finely tuned. He's got the shades. He's got the great hair to complement what also looks like a red pair of gloves.
Well, I'll give Mosier credit because after an 8-minute shift, you're either going to get a goal or get scored on. So he ends up on the plus side after that 8-minute shift.
That's great.
It's good thinking.
Yeah.
It's good street hockey strategy.
It's very different from what we've seen, but it's obviously paying off for Puck U.
I believe the score is 3-1 Puck U. We don't have an official statistician here with us.
We don't. We're going to look into that, see what we can get, but we're going to go with that for now.
Wow, Richard Lance with some fancy dangling. The crowd wants a high stick, but you have to let him play right there.
You have to. I mean, he's got his stick up again around Jackman. Jackman's upset.
I would not mess with Jackman.
No. Jackman, obviously upset. He's hiding it well, though, behind those mirrored shades. He's playing tough. I mean, he's playing for keeps here today.
He is playing tough, and I believe Puck U ended up with a penalty shot out of that. Looks like Ming Chen with the honors for Puck U. Ming Chen with the Carlton Fisk shin pads. Ming Feng. What speed, one-on-one, quick shot, scores.
I think that change-up style of play, it looked like he was losing the puck.
Yeah.
I was about to comment on his stick handling abilities, but obviously well planned out to distract the goalie. He had no idea what was happening.
I would say Ming Chen is a far more skilled hockey player than he's letting us believe.
Absolutely.
Kind of a change-up from Ming Chen.
Yeah, big time. And you got to think, I mean, he's been here before. He knows what this tournament's about. He's here to impress.
I believe, and we're just guessing, but I believe that makes the score 4-1 for Puck U.
I think if we're guessing correct.
And look at this, penalties galore. This is,
huge.
Remember, people, the new Walter Gretzky Street Hockey Tournament. These aren't your grandfather's rules. They've really cut down on the clutch and grab in the world of street hockey of late, and we're seeing it right here. This is, I believe, our third penalty shot of the game.
It is. You know, a lot of people would argue they don't like to see the game come down to a penalty shot, but in spirit of the new rules, this is what we're doing, so we got to go with it.
And this is Richard Lance one-on-one against Hollywood director Kevin Smith. Smith deep in his net. Lance takes the shot off the goalpost. And Kevin Smith with a little thanks to the hockey gods after that one.
You know what? As a goaltender, you gotta love those posts, and obviously Smith is thanking those posts today. I haven't seen him talking to them like maybe Patrick Waugh would do, back in the day, but he's obviously thanking them right now.
Lance looking for redemption. He has the puck all alone up front. Tries the dangle, but you're not going to get past some skilled veteran defensemen with those kind of moves in this league.
Absolutely not. We've got a big defense core here. They're all over 6 foot. These guys are punishers. If you're going to come across that blue line and dangle around, forget about it. Lights out.
And that was Troy Allen he went up against, and I'd have the Allen looks like he's tipping the scales at a solid 215.
You know what? Yeah, I heard that guy can bench press a bulldozer, literally.
And once again, I believe the whistle just went. Well, I actually know the whistle just went. I could believe it, but I do believe it. Whistle just went end of the first period, I'm going to guess.
It might be. It might be. Again, we're not well informed up here in the gondola. We're so high above the playing surface that sometimes the radio signal, the transmissions don't get all the way up here. It's delayed. But
and to be honest, we're not really all informed of what's going on anyway.
No, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
We're just here for a little fun, but we think after the first period of play, it's 4-1 puck you. And we're going to go down to Steph, who's the intrepid reporter down at the sidelines, and I believe she's with one of the guys who's sweating away out there for puck you. Steph, ready to go and take it away.
All right, guys, thanks. I'm here with Scott Mosier, and I noticed you just scored a goal. How does that feel?
I did. It feels good.
And you guys are playing really well today. How do you think you can keep this lead?
I hope we can. We're all about to pass out, so it might be 5 guys lying on the ground.
It's a little hot.
Skate around us, yeah.
And I heard it was a little bit rough for you yesterday. You got a leg injury, I heard.
I did this morning, yeah, I fell. I slipped. It's not even like a cool injury. I literally just fell off by myself. So.
I thought it was a cool hockey injury that we could discuss.
It's the lamest hockey injury where you just fall over.
All right. And I heard there's a little bit of smack talk going back and forth. Anything you want to throw out there?
There's always smack talk. I say let the score do all the talking.
And it is. All right, thank you. Back to you guys.
Strangely enough, Morgan, already playing the injury card early, about halfway after the first, and they're up 4-1 and he's playing the injury card. I know he's been with Kevin Smith for his movie since day one, and I thought that he was probably more of a responsible player than that, than to call up the injury card this early.
You know what? I am surprised as well. Especially he's had a huge game, career game here today. 2 goals already. Again, beard looking good, hair looking good, wearing some incredible shades out there. The guy's been dominating, and I just don't understand why he'd start talking injury.
And his cardio is absolutely amazing. He may have been injured during that one 8-minute shift, because 8-minute shifts probably aren't the wisest thing, but if you can get away with it.
You know what? And obviously he did. As you said earlier, Ken, I mean, the guy came in. He's either going to get scored on or score a goal after an 8-minute shift, and he scored that goal.
And you know what? They didn't even bother to change ends. I think that says something about the physical conditioning of both goaltenders in this game as we continue on here now. Primavera, the well-conditioned Primavera with a shot. Deflects into the corner. I believe that's Mr. X ahead for Ming Chen. Ming Chen with some room, and he is cut off. Big-time play by defenseman Shea of the Funployees. Dan Shea gets in his way. Here's Lance, fakes the shot. Primavera busts in. Nice little fake, Gretzky-esque.
Very, very much so. Very much so. I mean, it looked like I was watching 1985 Oilers just rocking out there.
Primavera with the one hand throws it in front, deflected back into the corner there. Fun you with a lot of time now to clear their zone, and they're going to use it picked off up the middle. Lance shot just wide. Smith well out of the paint on that one. Another shot for Lance. Smith the save. Rebound. Smith comes up again. How did Kevin Smith keep that ball out?
Kevin Smith is like a cat out there. You know, he just got across that net so fast. I think he surprised Lance, who stole that puck away from Primavera in the slot. He probably should have let Primavera take that shot.
Absolutely. A large 200-plus pound cat as puck you finally clears it down. Wow, you know the game's intense when a shoe finds the floor. And some of the fans are definitely upset about that.
You know what? They are. I think they were expecting some type of a penalty. Maybe Lance having his shoe removed by a stick down there. Maybe one of the puck you defensemen taking him out along the boards.
Hey, happened behind the play. You never know. Lance, he's a shifty player. He may have removed that shoe himself.
You know what? I wouldn't put that past him.
Puck you on the attack. Jefferson. Jamil Robinson now back to help out in his own zone as he plays it gingerly up along the wall. Look at the hustle on Mosier as he gets to that one. Shot Stranahan the save. Rebound. Chen is there. He scores. Ming Chen with his second of the game. Veteran play by Scott Mosier as he just put the balls on net. Good things are bound to happen.
You know what? That's right. Mosier knows you get those balls on net. A player like Ming Chen in there. Again, we saw it in that penalty shot, unorthodox style of play, psyching out the goalie. Again, no idea what was happening, and he snipes again.
You have to wonder if that could be the backbreaker. A 5-1 lead now for puck you. The Funployees They've been getting balls on net, but Kevin Smith with a couple of big saves to keep it at 4-1, and then Ming Chen with his second of the game gives Puck-U a 5-1 lead. And Jackman taunting them off his foot, just wide of the net. I know that wouldn't make Don Cherry happy. You get out of the way when that ball goes to the net.
You know what you do? You either block it or get out of the way. If you pull the flamingo, lights out. And I'll tell you, Kevin Smith would not be happy about that either.
Mosier with a lot of time. He sends it into the shot. Mosier on the rebound, dishes off to Mr. X, who puts it just wide of the net. Puck-U on the attack. Mike Pitt with it now along the wall for Mosier. Mosier with a no-look backhand pass, cross ice for Mr. X. Mr. X along the boards into the slot. Stranahan with the save. Loose ball. Mosier's on it.
I mean, we've seen a lot of big saves out of Kevin Smith, but obviously, there's some serious goaltending going on down here at this end of the rink, too.
Well, Stranahan on it, a huge scramble, and surprised there was no hanky-panky after the whistle there. Lefebvre giving Pitt a bit of a shot, perhaps in jest, but Lefebvre looks like he could probably throw down if he had to.
You know what? I've heard rumors about him. I don't want to go into too much detail on this live broadcast, but definitely a tough customer.
Give Mosier credit on that last shift. He was doing his one-handed trick again. It looked like he was almost toying with the opposition. Here's Jackman deep in his own zone.
Jackman sending a message to the hometown fans. I'm not going to take this BS from your refs. He is noticeably upset. He's hiding it well again behind those mirrored shades.
Jackman is all attitude out there, and if you're not watching him, he'll warn you by, flipping a ball at your head as he just did. When he's out there, he wants all eyes on him.
That's a big wake-up call from a player, you know, who's been around this league a long time, knows the ins and outs of what he can get away with and what he can't, and he demonstrates it there.
Here's Mosier once again with an unorthodox one-handed style. Not really sure where that came from, but it seems to be working for him.
I heard he trims his beard with one hand, and so naturally that just goes into his stick handling capabilities.
Well, perhaps he could use one hand to trim the beard of Bryan Johnson, who we haven't seen out on the floor lately. Johnson with easily the biggest beard in this game, and you have to wonder if that beard wore him down through the first 15 minutes of this game.
Definitely. I'm watching him take shelter in the shade there. He's hot.
Wow, penalty shot right out of nowhere. Your intrepid reporters all over that one as Mr. X gives Puck-U a 6-1 lead. And maybe that's the strategy of Bryan Johnson. He distracted us with the beard. Maybe he's distracting the Funployees with the beard as well.
I have to think, you know, Lynch over there on the blue line right now, he's looking at Bryan Johnson's beard.
You have to wonder as well about the Funployees down 6-1, just what they're going to do. Are they going to maintain their composure? Are they going to try to send a message physically to Puck-U?
I think they might try to send a message. Obviously upset with Jackman hitting some of the hometown fans with that shot.
And
he got a big hit in the corner.
That's physical stuff. Lynch takes Pitt into the boards in a major way. Mike Pitt, he might be in a little bit of trouble down there.
Jackman running down there.
Jackman's right there. Katie Morgan's right there. I don't think that was intentionally, as Pitt and Lynch were just fighting for the ball. But
even
Brian
Kevin
Lynch,
Smith's coming down the surface here to see what's going on.
Yeah, that didn't look good. Hopefully everybody's okay down there. Yeah, we get the thumbs up.
He's okay.
Wow, he went in there pretty in a hurry.
He did. He was in there. He was trying to get by Lynch. And Lynch, again, another tough customer, as we've mentioned. So it's a tough situation going in those corners, but you got to do it.
Well, Lynch models his play on that. A former WH All-Star, HA All-Star Kevin Morrison, who played 41 games with the Colorado Rockies in 1981. A tough, hard-nosed defenseman. Lynch isn't the kind of guy who's going to show up on the score sheet necessarily, but when the game's over, the opposition, they know he was out there.
You know what? You may take off your jersey, and you'll see some welts there put by the stick of Lynch. Yeah. Again, tough customer. I'm not going to say that he's violent with that stick, but he knows what he can get away with in the corner, and he obviously showed us here. He's gotten called for a penalty shot.
Yeah,
Katie Morgan looks like she's going to take it.
Katie Morgan's going to waltz in. She's going to take her time. One-on-one.
One-handed.
Against
Mosier
Bill
style.
Stranahan. Mosier style, yes, one-handed. Wow, it's like she's taking a dog for a walk. Shoot, saved by Stranahan.
Stranahan, veteran goaltender, wasn't putting up with that.
Stranahan may be a veteran goaltender, but if he was a veteran ladies' man, he may have wanted to let Morgan score on that play.
That's a very good point. You know, you could see maybe Stranahan in the beer tent later that made him increase his chances. I don't know.
Yeah, probably not a wise move by Stranahan in retrospect, down 6-1.
Maybe not. Maybe not. You know, his team needs him. He shouldn't be thinking about personal gain right now.
Here's Horton, Jeff Horton, long shot, but once again, he runs into the absolute wall that is Jackman back on the Puck-U point.
Jackman's back there. He's also teamed up with Bryan Johnson, who, as we've said earlier, we were concerned about his beard and maybe overall raise of the body temperature causing fatigue.
And
but he and Jackman are amazing.
Oh, there's Double J again. Jim Jackman just plays it off the wall, knows he has the lead. Mr. X with a chance. Up and over Stranahan. Morgan in front waiting for a rebound, but she will not get it as Jameel Robinson takes it away for the Funployees. Robinson with a lot of time, but struggling, I believe, against the Earth's elements as he mishandles that ball.
You know what? That's pretty upsetting. In a game where you're down 6-1, you can't be making mistakes like that. It's time to get back into this game, focus, and get some shots on net. Get some balls on net.
Well, there is the bearded Bryan Johnson wrist shot from deep in his own zone, almost fools Stranahan. And once again, if we look at Johnson, almost refusing to cross his own blue line. He just was standing right on it for 3 seconds. Here's the well-conditioned Nick Primavera. One-on-one against Johnson. Beats him. Primavera. Big-time save. Kevin Smith as he gets a pat on that one. Open space for Katie Morgan. Look out for big-time Lynch she showed earlier.
Yeah, Lynch.
He'll take people out.
Absolutely. I think Katie was a little nervous going against him, but you know what? At this point, you just got to get those balls to the net.
Bryan Johnson, lots of time. The intimidating beard, no one, it seems, wants to come near him. Plays it deep, looks for Ming Chen. Ming Chen on the hunt for the hat trick right now.
You know what? He is. Chen's having a great game, and we're going to see a lot of good things from him. I mean, he's a young player. He got into this tournament a couple years ago, and he's just a prospect that's really blossomed here. And you know, love watching him.
Absolutely. It's a treasure to watch some of these ball hockey players. Some of the finest ball hockey you'll see in Brantford today at around 3:15. It's good because I don't want to say in the world, but in Brantford today at 3:15, this is likely as good as it gets.
We are at the center of the universe, though.
That's true.
You know.
We are. Center of the universe. Back over to Steph. She's got someone on the benches.
All right, guys, I'm here with Tim. Now, you guys are a little bit behind. How do you think you're going to improve in the last little bit here?
I think we're getting a little better. I think we're starting to tire him out now. It's a little harder playing on the big surface compared to the first game we played, but I think we're holding out pretty good.
Yeah, I heard this is a lot bigger.
Yeah, this is the big rink over here. The main stage is a lot bigger than the one we played on this morning, but I think we're doing a little better. We just got one back now, so we should be closing the gap here in the second.
All right, and the game's getting a little more physical. How do you think that's going to progress?
That's good. It's the way we like to play a good Canadian game, so it's the way we like it.
Awesome, and you're enjoying the weekend playing the tournament?
Loving it. I couldn't have dreamed anything better. I've been a big fan of all these guys for a lot of years, so this is a dream of mine to finally get to meet them and get to play against them.
All right, well, good luck to the Funployees, and we'll toss it back up to Ken and Morgan.
All right, back with the play-by-play action during that interview of, yes, a physical game. Goal for the Funployees, Nick Primavera. Nice dangle on Kevin Smith on a penalty shot to make it a 6-2 game.
You know what? When you're this late in the game and you're able to pull out moves like that, it comes down to conditioning again. As we said earlier, Primavera on the treadmill every morning. He was on it again this morning before he came here early. This is game 3 for him, I believe. And the guy looks like it's game 1.
Well, he's on a diet apparently that consists of just weight gain protein powder, so it's pretty impressive stuff. There's a long shot just wide of the net. Ming Chen first on the ball again. And look, they're just toying with him now as he plays it all the way back into his own zone for Allen.
Allen, you know what? Again, one of the big defense on this blue line. Jackman taking a spill there, you know, but these guys are tough. Primavera's done well tonight to get through the defense, get some shots on net. But you got to wonder, as we said earlier, all these guys are over 6 foot. Jackman looks like he's tired.
Jackman looks like he slowed it down to a World Cup soccer pace as he just waits for this one. Quick pass into the middle for Flanagan. Flanagan, lots of room, lots of net. Gives it up. Ming Chen with the hat trick. It had to happen.
Oh, absolutely. It couldn't happen to a better guy. This guy's been playing hard all game. Every game of the season he comes to play, and it paid off right there. His teammates knew he had a chance at that hat trick. They wanted to get him the balls.
Well, Ming Chen, the star of this game so far with 3 goals. We're going to try to catch up to him with Steph, but Ming Chen known to have a very large distaste for the media, so hopefully he'll talk to us.
You know what? I don't really like to harp on this, but last time I tried to interview him, very short with me and actually threw a bottle of water at me. But we won't focus on that. He's a great athlete, and we're happy to have him here today.
Great athlete, not always the most available as far as media is concerned. And Puck U just running away with this one as Mike Pitt gives Puck U an 8-2 lead.
You know, you got to wonder if the Funployees can get back into this one. It's not looking good. But this is hockey. I mean, anything could happen. Anything could happen. Again, like we've said, will Jackman tire? We're not sure. Will they get some quick shots on net? My money's on Lance to pot one here.
Well, here's Richard Lance. Nice call, Richard Lance. Nice little dangle. Goes high. Kevin Smith On short side, Morgan Matthews. That is why you're a professional. That's why you're here.
Absolutely. I was here a couple hours before the game started. I saw Lance warming up. You know, he was taking some shots, focusing on the top right-hand side. He likes to go right inside, tuck it right in there against the post, and he did that here today.
All right, it looks like the hat trick man, Ming Chen, down there with Steph. Steph, take it away.
All right, and we're live. So, Ming, how's the game going?
It's going pretty well. 8-3. I put a few in. Very happy about that.
I think the Funployees are getting a little bit tired out there. It's a bigger court, I heard, you're playing in today.
Yeah, well, we've been playing all our games on here, so maybe we're a little used to it.
So I think maybe a little bit of an advantage, just a tiny bit.
Well, we got a pretty good team, so they're giving me good passes. What am I going to do?
Exactly.
No.
Do you have a prediction for the final score?
I think we can get 2 more before the time is out.
And then you guys will have a nice little shutout.
Yes, absolutely.
3-0.
The boss deserves it, Mr. Kevin Smith over here.
Definitely. All right, well, thanks very much. We'll toss it back up to Ken and Morgan.
All right, back to the action. Puck U with an 8-2 lead. Quickly into the slot. Cleared out by the Funployees all the way down on Kevin Smith. Not known for his puck handling as he just gives it up to one of his 3 teammates who we're calling Mr. X because, you know, no names in the back of the shirts.
Yes.
From parts unknown and strangely enough, weight unknown too.
Weight unknown, absolutely. But I mean, you gotta think to be able to be a member of this defense corps, you need to be over 6 feet, you need to be over 220, and you need to know how to stand a player up on the blue line.
Pitt battling for it behind the net against Lynch. Lynch will come out with it. Lynch taking his time. Smart play off the wall to Primavera. Primavera, he's has speed, room. He has cardio. Here comes Primavera. Dangles into the middle lane, diving. Jim Jackman, double J. Primavera, time shot just wide of the net.
It looked to me like Primavera was exhausted after Jackman dove at him there. Primavera just wore himself out. I think he's starting to tire. This guy may be human after all.
Here's Mosier. Never listened when the old man told him to always keep 2 hands on the sticks. Nice little gingerly pass in there for Pitt. Just off the pace. Pitt with lots of time as Lynch makes his way back into his own zone. Tries to throw it in front. Mosier's on it. He's beaten to the puck by Lance. Lance, nice little dangle. Out he comes 2-on-1 with Nick Primavera. Lance taking his time. Quick shot wide of the net. Lance on his own rebound. Primavera comes up with it. Jim Jackman. Once again, the wall that is double J. Jim Jackman clears it down.
Jackman has been a force here today. I mean, he's got no laces in those Converse street shoes he's rocking out there. I'm not sure if that's playing a factor. Maybe he's getting some extra traction when he does those pivot moves, but the guy is a wall.
His cardio is absolutely magnificent. Behind the play, he was actually doing calf stretches as the play continued on.
I saw that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that he'd choose to do that here this late in the game.
At first I thought it was a dance like the New Zealand All Blacks do, but I noticed that Jackman's just been stretching during the game because, I mean, he's out there. If you're playing 60 minutes, Jackman's on the ice for about 58 of them.
You know what? Again, another incredible competitor. Lots of them here today, but Jackman an obvious standout.
Mosier with Ming Chen well ahead of the play as he straddles himself at the blue line. Chen looking for his 4th goal of the game. Ming Chen just sends it in. Ming Chen in front again. Can't handle that one. Back to Primavera.
Primavera again, all game, working these guys hard. He's got to use his speed against this huge defense core down here for the puck use.
Here's a strange one. Out in front, Smith finally on it. Nice job by the goaltender, Hollywood director Kevin Smith. Primavera wide open, shoots, blocked on the way to the net. And Ming Chen with a little hit from behind, perhaps, on Primavera.
You know what? Chen's upset at this point. He thinks Primavera's hot dogging a little bit. You know, he's playing for himself, and he's reminding them this is a team game, man.
Well, you have to wonder about Chen. He has the flashy shin pads, the flashy gloves. But so far, he's been a flashy player, so he's lived up to the hype.
He really has. I mean, early on, showing us, you know, trying to downplay his capabilities, his abilities with the ball. But obviously, scoring 3 goals here. He's an athlete.
And Chen on his way to the net, cut off there by Lefebvre, and the shot by Mr. X wide and over the net. Chen quickly on this ball. Little guy, but battling in the corners. So the Funployees clear that out. Lance with it, and that is the whistle, and that is your game. Puck U! Moving 3-0 with an 8-2 win over the Funployees.
Ming Chen, again, you know, coming in like that, I think he really psyched out the goalie. They didn't know what was going to happen. Obviously, he knew exactly what was going to happen. That was cold and calculated, and he was really just taunting the other team.
Yeah, and big thanks to Kevin Smith for bringing everybody up here to this tournament, the 4th annual Walter Gretzky Street Hockey Tournament here in Brantford, Ontario. Kevin Smith, all his buddies up here. I believe Kevin brought about 7 teams up here as this tournament breaks the world record, sets a new world record for the largest street hockey tournament ever. 205 teams out here this weekend. Lots of hugs. These guys are all buddies. It was all business there for about half an hour, but now it's back to pleasure.
You know what? It really was. It really was. We saw Lynch take a couple of the puck use hard into the corner, but that's all forgiven now. He and Jackman just shook hands. Two tough customers making amends here. Game's over. Business is over. It's time to relax. There you have the well-conditioned Primavera again talking to Johnson about his beard, asking him if it came into play at all. And obviously Johnson not fazed by the temperature here or the sun whatsoever.
Well, Johnson walks away with the MVP, most valuable beard, but you have to think Ming Chen, MVP, most valuable player. He was dynamite out there with 3 goals.
Apparently we're having some difficulty. There's a lot of hugs going on. Here she is. Steph's got Kevin now.
Like it across the rink?
That's so pro, man. I feel like a pro. I feel like Osgood after a Detroit game, and they're coming to me for some commentary, and I'm like, well, we played our heart up. Boys showed a lot of character. You know, we went in there with a plan, and we came out, and we just came to accomplish, and we did, and all credit to the coach. I was trying to go Canadian with it.
I know. You gotta add some A's in, some hosers.
No, that's ridiculously stereotypical. I just go the ultra nice route.
But I think when we go over to the States, we accidentally throw them out a lot, and then we realize how much we say it.
It's how you chicks get laid in the States, I'll tell you that much.
Throw the
When
A's
you
around.
say, hey, then they're like, hello. You must be from another country.
So you guys had your shutout, 3-0.
We
3
did.
games.
We won 3. All 3 games we played, we won all 3. I don't know what that means. I guess we actually move on in the tournament. We weren't really prepared for that. Watch us lose very quickly against one of these other real teams who've been circling us, watching like hawks, waiting to pick off our fat, overweight, middle-aged flesh.
So how does Pucky celebrate now?
Pucky celebrates by showering, and then we have the Spodcast tonight, and Tell 'em Steve Dave Live. So we got performances in a couple hours, but I don't know. We didn't plan festivities because we didn't expect to win any. You know, we thought we'd lose. But boy, oh boy, we were. I had incredible defense, incredible offense. I had very little action, as people could probably see.
You had a few moments there that were very intense,
Moments, yeah, but everyone kept it up top, which was really, really nice.
That's very good.
And I didn't die. I was really scared that I would die.
Despite this heat.
Yeah, or just or exertion, to tell you the truth. I go like this, and my.
At least you didn't have to run this court. This is pretty big. A lot of people are complaining.
Yeah, I'm so glad I just get to sit in one place, and then your temperature rises and your heartbeat rises. As soon as they start coming towards you. But other than that, it's very restful back there, chit-chatting with the people and whatnot.
All right, well, we'll see you again at 3:30 with Gretzky.com.
Okay.
I do believe, and thanks very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on your big wins.
Thank you. I feel it is big. Is that a fat joke?
No, it's definitely not. Moderate wins. You're decent wins.
Decent size win.
Decent size
My
win.
wife says that to me all the time. You're a decent size win.
Good. There you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, Kevin Smith, nice sweat on out there. He has that heavy gear on. You got the beard, you got the hockey helmet. It's about 25, 30 degrees here in Brantford today. Man, he was pretty hot, temperature-wise, and hot on the floor as well. I think that was like a 71 Ron Tugnut-like performance in the 8-2 win.
You know what? He did remind me of Ron Tugnut, also with those pads that looked like solid pieces of foam, maybe cut out of a mattress somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if he tore it out of the tour bus or what he did.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter. He played like an absolute champion, and as we said, he wanted to come away here today with a 3-0 victory. He did that. Perfect for Kevin Smith so far and his team. I mean, he's got to be happy.
I'll give Kevin Smith props. Those pads would have no problem passing those NHL measures. You know, you see some guys, you're like, maybe their pads are too thick. Not Kevin Smith, but you know what? That was a fun game. They had a lot of fun out there. Morgan, I had a lot of fun with you, man. I laughed pretty hard up there. That was a good time.
I did too. I mean, Ken, it was a great game. We saw a lot of fierce competition out there. You know, the city of Brampton having the city of Brantford having a great turnout here. We're the center of the universe. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better day and a better game to call.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. You know, Ming Chen, you got a guy like that, he racks up 3 goals, and man, we laughed hard up here, and hopefully people at home laughed as well. People out on the floor were laughing, and you know what? That's what street hockey's all about. It's not about wins and losses. It's about having a good time, and that's what we're doing here at the 4th annual Walter Gretzky Street Hockey Tournament. And we have Kevin Smith coming up shortly, I believe.
That's right. In a very, very short amount of time, we're hoping. Steph and I are going to do an interview. We're going to get him out here. We're going to ask him a few questions. We've got some questions from those of you sending them through Gretzky.com. We're going to ask those questions to Kevin Smith. Maybe ask him about the game, you know, see how he feels, and just have a great chat.
If he's not too exhausted.
I couldn't imagine he's going to be too exhausted. The guy looks pretty happy, looks pretty fired up after this win here today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that is a wrap here for now. But like you said, Morgan, you're going to be back shortly with Hollywood director Kevin Smith. Lots of credit to him for making this tournament the great success it is. An absolutely blast here in Brantford today. And you know what? My team, we have 2 more games to go. 1 tie so far, but we're going to up it. And you know what? My boy Boomer here, you might up it. And you never know. We could make the finals.
Well, good luck to you. I hope you guys have a great game. We'll see you guys again soon. Don't go anywhere. We're going to get Kevin Smith. You're here on Gretzky.com.